Well, welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. Today is group flight day, and we took a group flight with Virtual Flight Online friends, and we flew from Barton, near Manchester, made our way to Southend, and then across the Channel, and then ended up in Belgium. So that's today's group flight. Lots of different kinds of aircraft. A few C-130s, a few general aviation aircraft as well. So most enjoyable. Great dialogue on this one. This one was a lot of fun. Of course, they're all a lot of fun. But this was cool. So anyway, we spent some time talking about what's on sale in the store. Tried to convince one of our folks to pick up the C-130. At any rate, enjoy the group flight. This is primarily unedited, right? I did splice together two different sections. I made an aircraft change at the break. I switched from the G36 Baron over into the C-130 just because. So at any rate, enjoy the group flight. These are a lot of fun. If you haven't joined us before for one of these, visit Virtual Flight Online's Discord. And there's also information on my YouTube channel as well. So, at any rate, let's switch over to the group flight that was recorded earlier today. Cheers, y'all.
Evening.
Good evening, Dave. Womble? Or Womble Dave?
Good evening too.
Good evening, David.
Evening, Dave.
It's Dave. How are you, Dave?
Oh, all right, Dave. Is the other Dave here?
Yes, he's here. Dave, and Dave.
No, there's a bit of a shortage of Daves, I'm afraid.
Oh, we might have another Dave with us, so we'll have 4 Daves.
Good evening, everybody from the States. Beautiful day here, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny. Gotten my audio issues sorted out again. I was having some difficulty with a PC config cranking a little bit, so had to get that sorted. So that's why I didn't publish the video from last week, but I think I've got it straightened out. So we'll get this one up and publish for those who can't make it. Evening, Phil.
Evening.
Some of you may have noticed that following Cliff's advice that Joe put up, I put the flight planner, the Sims flight planner details up for tonight's flight. I will try and do that in the future, but unfortunately it does not have the smaller airfields in it. So like tomorrow's flight, forget it. It's only got 2 of the airfields of the entire flight in the planner. But when I can, I will do it.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Right. Can you hear me? It's mainly useful if it's mainly waypoints in your flight plan, because they're not so easy to plumb in.
Yeah, if it's just airports on the Xbox in particular, you can type them in, but waypoints are an absolute nightmare to do.
Well, I've not come to terms with it yet. I'll have to spend some more time with it because I couldn't get the airports in. I suppose I could have tried to put those away points, but I wasn't having much fun with it, and
is what Little Red Map said.
Last time I looked, it said any runway, so it's a matter of someone choose one and we'll use that one.
Good evening all.
I guess 08 is longer.
Evening.
Evening, Frank.
It says 08 or 14 on my little nav map.
Right, okay. Well, shall we do 08 then, because it's longer, it might be easier for some planes.
Okay then, 08 it is.
Good evening, Frank. Hope you're keeping well.
Yes, thank you. You too?
Well, I can't wait to hear what people are picking up in the store. I bought a nice T-33.
I've not got anything yet.
I bought a Tornado.
I'm toying with it.
But the first time I flew it, I couldn't get things to work, and so I was thinking, oh, I have to read the manual, which is huge. And then the second flight, everything seemed to work okay, so I don't know, it's a bit strange. But yes, it works okay now.
Did you see that helicopter? Is it a Russian one that has counter-rotating rotors above it?
Is that the one that looks like a bedspread?
Yeah, with two sort of like jet engines strapped on either side.
Yeah, I think is it the Kamov or something like that?
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, Kamov definitely make that sort of helicopter.
Yeah, the add-ons for that. I've yet to fly the helicopter seriously. But if you buy it, you automatically you know the Chinook. You can either buy the Chinook or you can buy the package where you get the aircraft carriers and so on as an added extra that you have to pay for. If you buy that Kamov, I think it's only about £8 normally anyway. You get aircraft carriers and such like thrown in for absolutely nothing.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think it's on offer at the moment.
Yeah, so it's worth it, even if you don't intend to ever fly it. If you want to land on carriers, it's handy just for the carrier option.
Is it a 2020 or 24 aircraft?
It's a 2020. I don't know if it carries over to 24.
Okay, interesting. Check that one out.
Talking of the Chinook, where I ran up Contrail with it, I've been on holiday for it, so I had to see what was updated. I went into Contrail, and it automatically installed the Chinook in 2024 for me. I thought I had, but I thought I'd bought the Chinook on the marketplace, so I'm not quite sure what was going on there. Anyway, it worked.
Womble, who was the developer for the helicopter? I'm sorry, Dave.
That's right, Kel. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I honestly can't remember who it is. It's not one of the well-known ones. But it's a Kamov, Kamov.
All right, I'll check it out. Thanks.
I had a strange thing with the Jaguar in Contra where I uploaded the 1.10, which is the 2020 version, and I got the new 1.00 2024 version, but then it automatically wanted to overwrite the 1.00 new one.
Yeah, I had something like that. I had to carefully see what, because of also using add-ons and confused it, so I had to be careful when I was letting it install.
Yeah, I had to cancel down one installation because it kept wanting to try and sort of backdate it.
But what surprised me with the Jaguar was, because I purchased that on Marketplace in 2020, they said they were going to charge more for the 2024, but they didn't, and they gave it me to enable.
You might have the 2020 version in 24.
Oh, I see. Possibly.
Yeah, there's a 2024 specific version. Specific. It's not on the. I don't think it's in the marketplace yet. Could be wrong on that.
No, not yet.
Yeah, if you got it, isn't it?
Right.
I've got it through Contrail, so I've got it. But yeah, but there is a specific 2024 version.
Okay.
There's not a lot of difference except you got the firing weapons and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought because I haven't got them online. So wondering. But now I know.
Peter, which runway did we settle on?
08.
08.
Evening on, zero check please.
Good evening.
Through loud and clear.
Good evening. Thank you.
What sort of speed are we after tonight?
Well, I was thinking about 170 knots.
Good job I got the TBM out then.
Yeah, I did that.
I'm going 414 tonight.
I was hoping the P180 would be in the sale, but it's not. Otherwise I would have snapped that up. But it wasn't there to be snapped.
Concorde's there.
Yeah, I keep being half tempted by the Concorde, but I don't fly any ordinary airliners, let alone something that's probably complicated.
I might give it a blast.
I'd never get Concorde down on some of Peter's runways.
That's true. But we could try.
Just looking ahead, East Midlands is runway 09.
Also, I always feel that people flying Concorde tend to look down the nose at you.
Oh, very good.
And the ILS at East Midlands is 109.35.
It's not funny, Cliff.
Oh dear.
There's no wrong with that.
What's the point of all this? That got missed.
He did.
There's no point to it then.
Concorde walked into a pub one night and the barman says, "Why the long face?" That doesn't really work, does it, with Concorde? A Womble fan in full costume walked into a pub one day and the barman says, "Why the long face?" That works better.
Celine Dion. No.
Oh. Ouch.
What are you in tonight, Womble?
I'm in the P180.
Oh, okay.
What's a rear axle engineer's favourite singer? Celine Dion.
No, that's over my head, that one, sorry.
It's a type of mounting in a rear axle.
Fair enough.
Very specific. Niche stroke, yeah.
Very mechanical.
We missed you when you weren't there, Cliff.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I tried to carry your weight. I'm not sure how well I did, Cliff.
You say I'm heavy.
Yeah, he did say there was a lot of weight to carry.
Those are big shoes to fill.
That's what he said. Sorry.
A bit of a clown.
So while I was away, I became diabetic for 50 years, as I've mentioned before. Had my birthday, which I've had for 61 years. Cake for both of them. I didn't go and fly in the end. I was going to go to Carnarvon Airport, but the weather was pretty terrible most of the week. Like not terrible, but very rainy and quite windy at times.
Yeah, you didn't have good weather out there, did you?
Quite odd. They kept saying the Texan T1s, is it, going over to like so in pairs, doing maybe Met loops or training runs or whatever.
Yeah, decent days.
I think I mentioned this earlier, but we had several other people join. I am recording tonight, so if no audio issues present themselves, I will be publishing tomorrow.
Oh, we've got 5 minutes to go. Shall we head towards the runway?
I'm already here in the air, Pete.
Yeah, I saw you fly around.
Touch and go, so...
For some reason, as is the way with Windows, everything's working fine earlier, but now my Arduino button box isn't working at all, so I can't really do the settings easily and stuff like that. And also, the sound isn't working through my spitfire. So, I'm going to get through the headset. The wonders of Windows.
Oh, that's nice. At long last, I can see a Hercules on the airfield instead of an Airbus.
I wonder who's in that.
Probably Neil.
It's not me.
Did anyone see that video I posted on the video link? It's about the Mac loop, people, the external footage over the Mac loop, so obviously jets and things, but there is a big, not a Hercules, one of the modern ones, like is it a C-17 or the 400 going through? I thought you'd be impressed with that.
Oh, the 17's a blast to take through the loop. It's amazing.
Sorry, what was that, Joe?
No, I was just saying the 17's amazing through the loop. It's like steering a walrus on a lazy Susan.
Yeah, it's one of those modern looking ones. It's got the big T-tail, a huge tail on the back of it. I don't know which one it is.
Was it propeller job?
Yeah.
Yeah, 400, A400.
It's got a T-towel on the back.
And there was a Chinook as well. Yeah, it's got a the T-tail helps it stay stable.
What actually on the back?
Oh, someone's in the P180.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Oh, there's a bridge down there.
Bridge?
Oh boy, here we go. It's time.
Evening, folks. Radio attack, please.
Coming through loud and clear, Bill.
Thank you.
Nice weather, looks nice up north. Big grim down south.
Well, I've got live on, it's okay.
I used live yesterday for the tornado, trying out the tornado, and it was phenomenal because the clouds were huge all around some of this area. But big layers of cloud with storm.
So out of the tornado and the drag, which one do you prefer?
At the moment, the Jaguar, because it's just a bit easier. I mean, I managed to fly the tornado and land it somewhere, but just getting to grips with the, assessing it. Not the navs, but I don't know, And the tornado's fine. Now I've got the swing things working, the swing wings, and that. You realise it's on the flaps. It's very fast.
Okay, gentlemen, it's 200 hours. Time to be off and running.
Roger.
You know, you were saying about the Atlas 400. I know I've said it in the write-ups in Discord, but every now and again they fly over us when they're doing their low-level flying. And when I say low-level flying, between 700 and 600 feet. And you don't hear them coming, you only hear them as they go overhead. And once they've gone overhead, again silence. You don't hear them as they go away.
They make a funny noise, don't they? It's a whistling sort of noise.
That's it. Yes, it's almost a non-aeroplane sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
Val Dunican was a pilot.
Well, so long as they don't start sounding like Paddy McGuinness's goat.
And there's the Trafford Centre. I've been shopping there.
Yeah, I just flew over there. It's huge.
There's a football stadium down there. I don't know whose it is.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's two in Manchester, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there's more than that actually.
Well, big ones. They're sort of into rivalry, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Two big ones.
Old Trafford over there.
No, no. It's
Old Trafford, yeah. Right, shall we hit the road, Peter?
We already have.
Oh, okay, I've been circling for 5 minutes.
No, when I said it's 200 hours, gentlemen, it's time to get going, that means get going.
We need a flare gun in Discord.
Do you know, I was watching some old film of Croydon Airfield with the HP-42s, and they were showing the guy coming out of the control tower with the lamp aiming it at the aircraft and giving him the bright light till he's clear to take off, and then saluting the pilot in the window saluting him back. What surprised me was that, as we were talking I think about the 1930s, that there was a DC3. I didn't realise they were that old.
I think they go back quite a while, don't they?
Well, I mean, you were looking at the HP-42 that was still flying down to South Africa and also making the trip to Australia, sort of like 12 days at a time or whatever. And you had the other really old aircraft, tri-motors of KLM flying into Europe, and then you see what looks like a really modern aircraft, the DC3, in the film.
About 1938, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I mean, this was really old film, and it was definitely a DC3. I mean, you tend to think of them as World War II aircraft rather than something going further back.
That was before then. Of course, there was the DC2, which was before that again.
Was it the same sort of aircraft, Ellis?
Yes, it had a funny looking nose on it, but yeah.
Maybe that's what I saw then, because I just saw that shape and the mono wing, and you immediately think of the DC3. My aircraft of that time, I'm afraid, only go to Imperial Airways and the HP-42 and the other one or two aircraft that Imperial Airways had at the time. Got to put the separator back in again.
First flew on the 17th of December 1935. There you go, Peter.
Alright, I'll have to go and look in again on YouTube and see what year it says. It's probably the earlier one that you said. But it was just such a surprise when you saw these really old aircraft and one of those which looks so modern. You don't tend to think of it mixing it up with the HP-42 and the tri-motor.
We've still got a couple flying down here in NZ. Privately owned, of course.
They kicked him out a bit. It's a bit gusty.
It is a bit bouncy enough.
That bouncy, put me to sleep.
Seas rolling.
You've got a hill to climb over, a massive 2,000 feet.
That's what I call a mountain in these parts.
Yeah. Very pretty scenery. Absolutely fantastic.
At the moment, I'm flying real time. I've got a lovely sunset.
I hope that guy got
Yeah, I've got
resources to build that dam down there.
Oh, I've got a blue warning light on. What have I got? Oh, the ignition is still on.
What are you in, Peter?
The 208, the not the stock one, the I forgot who did the who did the internal cockpit.
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Square.
That's it, the black square one, yeah.
Steam gauges.
That's right.
My favourite aeroplane.
Yeah, I
Mine is
I prefer the steam gauges to the all-seeing flat panel.
Yeah, I do too, Peter. Maybe that's because of our age, or my age.
My age as well. I'm 20 years younger.
I just find it funny because when I was flying, they were just starting to appear for GA aircraft, and in biz jets, and if you could really afford it, into the smaller GA aircraft. They were just, you were reading about them in International magazine, and you thought, God, that's fantastic. And now that I can fly them, I'm not interested. I want my gauges. Perhaps it's just because that's what you know.
Yeah, steam
I was-
gauges are more fun.
I was thinking steam
The gauges
gauges
are actually easier to see in the game than the flat panel glass.
Could be,
Yes, yeah, and if you're doing an ILS approach, I think they're a lot easier than looking to just watch that diamond or whatever go up and down.
I think it just feels more real, like with steam gauges.
My issue on them is I like using the Tobii eye tracker, and my eyes are all over the place with those.
Well, I like the,
most people don't use the eye tracking with the Tobii, do they? So, but,
yeah, no, I
They
don't
use the head.
I don't use that. Yes, I just use head tracking, and even then it can sometimes be a bit much. Mind you, the only problem with the steam gauge is where you put the coal in the back.
it's one of those little metal ones, like those old toy ones.
It's called
I
a
think one of the other big mitigating factors, Peter, is the fact that I prefer the GN750 over the G1000 any day.
Yes, it's so easy to use, isn't it? The 750.
I would, if I was buying an aeroplane and I wanted to kit it out, the GN750 would be a must. It's the one I prefer.
A lot of people say that, actually.
Well, you got everything that you can put in, say for instrument flying, although I don't do instrument flying, you can put it in, you can put stars in, you can put SIDS in. It all just is easily programmable. And simple to do.
Yeah, absolutely. In the real world, absolutely agree. The GTN 750 is the thing to have as I.
I think the 1000 is like a hodgepodge of the two, isn't it? It's kind of halfway house. So
I can't understand why I can never understand why they had to have push the buttons and twiddle the knobs to enter everything. The GN750 just, touch screen, beautiful.
Yeah, the new 3000 is touchscreen as well, though. In the Vision Jet, that's
it makes it much more intuitive. Yeah.
It's also in the King Air too. The
Yes.
version of the 3000.
Yeah, King Air's nice.
I like that.
Yeah, so depending on the size of the plane, it would be a 750 or a 3000.
Well, Alice, if you'd like to buy a real-world plane with a GTN 750, I've got a share for sale.
You're not selling your plane, are you, David?
I'm selling a third share of it. Yeah, it's just up on YouTube at the moment, actually.
How does that work? Do you pay by proportion of hours that you're flying or something?
Yeah, there are two of us own it at the moment, but we're trying to get a third. And you pay so much a month, and then you pay so much per hour you fly.
Right, okay.
It's a timeshare scheme.
Yeah, it's actually, incidentally, on the steam gauge thing versus the flat panel, one of the things to bear in mind is that steam gauges are mechanical, and like everything else, they fail. And I had, in a real-world situation, I had the attitude indicator fail on me a couple of years ago, and that can be a bit disconcerting. Whereas if you've got a flat screen, and your flat screen goes blank, you can just go over to the other one.
True, and presumably they're a lot harder more expensive to maintain, being mechanical.
Well, you can't really maintain them. I mean, take something like an attitude indicator or any of those other things. Basically, it's just a replacement item. The one that we had just failed. The gyro went, and we just had to have a new one. Which is fine if it happens in visual conditions. But if you're flying in cloud on it at the time, then it can be a bit tricky, to put it mildly.
So you don't have two sets then? You would have a secondary one?
Well, many planes do, but most don't. And in fact, there was a plane I used to fly years ago which crashed near Gatwick in cloud, killing all the people on board. And I know for a fact that had a very dodgy attitude indicator, because it would fail sporadically when I used to fly it. And I think someone didn't realise that, flew it in crowd, it went off and they crashed. Of course, on the flight sim you can simulate such failures if you want to, and you can see how difficult it is when the attitude indicator starts leaning off in one direction and you think you try to correct it, you just end up going into a spin. Anyway, on that cheerful subject.
Going back to the Tornado, one thing I thought was strange is that business where you have to get ILS, you convert the ILS frequency into a TACAN frequency. Is that just for the sim, or is that real world too?
TACANs are military beacons, and of course you can tune into them, and the military use them all the time, but it's a completely different system. To be honest, I'm not that familiar with them, to be honest.
Okay, so maybe it's in the sim just to enable you to use ILS then, I guess. You can look up tables to convert the ILS frequency into one of the TACANs, so you can use the TACAN on the planes.
Peter, did you say straight in on 09?
I forgot what I said. That was 09.
09.
And the ILS is 109.35.
You can get it from quite a distance, you must have a good range.
Yeah, no, I've got to go and get my eyes checked.
Likewise. I say that to my wife, she says, "Oh, you sit in front of that screen too long."
When I get bits of grit on my screen, I always take it to Specsavers.
Actually, last time I had my glasses, a prescription done. And so, he wanted to do reading glass. Instead, I gave him the distance from my seat to my screen. And he said, "You don't hold books that far away, do you?" I said, "No, we've got to get the important bits right first."
I've got special glasses for computer and for reading, so multifocal in the reading section.
Yes.
Yeah, so what I had to do. Sorry, David, I just spoke over you.
Yeah, no, that's a very good idea. Yes, I've got a pair of those.
Neil's not with us tonight.
I might be working.
No, I'm here.
Oh! Good evening, Neil.
He's in the Herc.
Yes, hello, Neil. Oh, that was you in the Herc, wasn't it?
Oh, right, it was Neil in the Herc.
How are we all?
Good. Thank you.
Nice.
You?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Yes, I was saying earlier on, it was such a pleasure to be able to see the Herc instead of seeing Airbus now.
Oh, you've bought it now, have you, Peter?
Yes, I got it.
Welcome to the dark side.
Which one did you buy, Peter? The H and the J?
The J. I'll be quite honest, it was half the price of the other two.
Yeah. Good deal.
You're flying an H, it just looks different. The outside.
That makes it even better value then, doesn't it?
Two for the price of one, I suppose.
Yeah.
Love them to fix the cockpit and make it a proper J though. It'd be a dream to fly, so easy. Got power levers, nothing else.
I just keep getting drawn back to this Hercules. I absolutely, it's brilliant.
I don't know how you managed to get it down on these short grass runways though.
Reverse pitch.
I was going to say that's what it's designed to be able to do though, isn't it? To be able to get down in rough and ready.
Yeah, but me, I can't.
Infamous, you can put it on a postage stamp, literally.
Yeah, so that's wheels push, engage reverse, and you're stopped.
Or a tennis court.
It gets onto a tennis
They call
court.
it an assault. When I was in the mob, they called it an assault landing. Man, could they stop in a hurry.
Yeah, if you think that's tough, you should try a pepper landing.
Bit of a sneeze.
Okay.
Well, Neil, since you were my supplier on the 130, you need to go buy the T-33.
What is the T-33?
That's a jet trainer.
It's
isn't
a
it? Yeah, it's 1950.
1947 trainer.
That's not a tweet, is it?
No, it's a mini build.
Much earlier. Neil, it's delightful. It's one of the best jets I've ever flown.
It's that by Joe.
Mini builds.
One aircraft.
On the wish list.
So one aircraft I keep meaning to buy and I keep balking at the price is the Vampire.
I've got the Vampire. I've got the Venom.
Is it any good?
It's nice to fly. Graphically, it's awful. It's just flat textures in the cockpit. When you actually fly it, it's actually quite enjoyable.
It was one of the very early ones that were made for 2020. Its original cockpit was, I think, on the Vampire was appalling. It looked like something from 2000, but they did reissue the cockpit. They improved the cockpit later on.
Yeah, I got the Venom because it was better than the Vampire. But yeah, if you're after like high fidelity graphics and stuff like that inside the cockpit, then give it a miss. But it is quite fun to scoot around, especially in Switzerland, because it's got all the Swiss liveries and whatnot. Yeah.
I actually got the flying one.
Sounds like it could be a pain in the neck, though.
I'd like somebody to do the T11. It was the that was the side-by-side twin and Procedure.
Yeah, Jet Provost would be nice as well.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah, I've got
my
that.
favourite one.
T11 was great. I went for about 3 or 4 flights in one of those.
I do think that British aircraft do seem to be kind of a miss. I know we started to get the more modern jets, but sort of going back beyond the Jaguar, and you've not really got the British planes, have you?
I was tempted by the Sterling, but I'm not.
I've seen videos. It's not really clear.
Yeah, it put me off when I was watching YouTube.
Heinkel 111 is not too bad. Watching the videos.
I mean, there's one
Getting quite good reviews.
but there's one with the short Sunderland, but I don't know. There's something that just doesn't. It puts me off a bit. Although I like the aircraft, proper aircraft.
ILS at Cranfield's 108.9. Decimal 9, I should say.
Roger.
And that's assuming you use 1021, which on mine it suggests is the mobile teams.
Yeah, it says 2-1 on mine.
Yeah, just a quickie on the short Sterling from, I think it's Batavia.
That's the one.
Yeah, I got stuck in board waiting for the Lancaster way back along, and yeah, it's terrible. It's the graphics are just appalling, and yeah, just they're well clear. I think Adam was talking about the Hampton from them as well, who I believe have Angel, he said on the Discord channel that said was quite good in comparison, but yeah, no, still well clear of the Sterling, but
Yeah,
that's
well,
my personal opinion.
And that's coming from someone that likes flying Captain Sim.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll say that the Heinkel 111 is not bad.
That's a Captain Sim as well, isn't it?
It is, but it's got some good reviews and it doesn't look too bad. I think the main drivers only comes in one livery and you have to pay for the extras.
What's a good
does
tail
sound-
dragger warbird?
I say, it does sound like he...
Yeah.
Tail Dragger Warbird.
Depends if you want a nice one to fly, or if you want one of the easier models to fly, go for one of the American F4 or F6, something like that.
It doesn't necessarily have to be easy, just something that's decent. I'm not really familiar with them, but I'd like to start flying them.
Got Friends Wildcats on offer at the moment in the spring sales. That's very good.
Yeah, that is very good.
Okay, I'll get that. I like Got Friends.
I'd go for the P40.
P40?
Yeah, the P40 is awesome and it's cheap.
That's in a build, that one. Yeah.
The Mark 5 Spit is really nice.
The engine sounds in the P40 are worth the price of the thing.
Let me get my pad so I can write this down because I won't remember by the end of the flight.
Granddaughter comes home on Thursday. She gets back. She's in Denmark at the moment.
That's a long way from home.
She's been over at doing a semester at Exeter University in the UK.
That's a heck of a commute from Denmark.
Yeah.
Well, she got friends over there. When she finished her semester at the university, she went over to Italy and had a stroll around, and then she went up to Denmark to stay with some family friends up there for a few days.
Yeah, sorry, Ace, I couldn't resist it.
Us Kiwis can fly, mate. We go to all sorts of places.
Yeah, no, she goes all over the world for work there, doesn't she?
No, she's only 20 years old.
Oh, I'm sure one of your daughters does though, doesn't she?
No. It's my old mate's daughter. She's the one that flies around the world. She's over in Toronto. But I think she goes over to Geneva regularly for meetings and what have you. She's a director of Roche Pharmaceuticals. And she's currently here in New Zealand because she's come to say farewell to her dad, which we're doing on Thursday. He passed away last week.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my old Air Force buddy of 63 years. Like a brother to me, eh? Yeah, sad loss. He's a good bloke. Couldn't fish for peanuts.
Peanuts come from
That's where
Ellis.
you're going wrong. Yeah, you don't fish for that.
Yeah.
Well, that was the problem. He was putting peanuts on the end of the line.
I mean to say, the fact that we used to give each other, you know what, we used to ring each other every Monday and Friday, and we used to have the most horrendous debates on fixing the problems of the world as you do. But there was always a mutual respect, and we respected each other's opinion, never let it affect our bond, if you like to put it that way. We did appreciate a good Stilton, a good blue vein, and a good quality red.
Rockwell Bishop. In fact, that's around about this area, isn't it? Sort of Nottinghamshire, Cropwell Bishop.
Yes, it is Nottinghamshire. Fox, male or beaver.
Yes, that's a bit like our English cheeses now. You can't bring anything in from Europe, can you?
No, they've suddenly stopped all that, haven't they?
They can still be sent in commercially though.
Oh, right.
But the P47's not come up on any sales recently, no.
Yeah, the 47 is a airplane heaven, if I'm remembering correctly, Neil.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
I love it. It's quirky and a pain in the butt. It's very heavy, and if you've got a short runway, good luck to you. Particularly if you hang bombs and tanks on it. It takes a long time for a takeoff roll.
I'm sure it'll come round in a sale eventually. That's probably at the top of my shop at the moment, but I'd be interested to look at this. What was it, the C-33, the Anybuild?
Yes, sir. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, that 47, that's what I principally use to do all of my runway testing at Debden.
That just about ready for release now for 24?
Yep, I'm planning on pulling the trigger on it either tomorrow or Tuesday. I did a final round of, some sort of personal QA yesterday, day before yesterday. I can keep finding things until the cows come home, but it's just going to go out the door.
What is this you've done, please?
Oh, Brian and I have been building airfields for, I guess, about a year, and I did RAF Debden. To say it's extensive is an understatement, but I'll let Neil chime in. He did some of the QA on it.
Whereabouts in Britain is that?
It's about 15 miles as the crow flies from Duxford.
Oh wow, it's strange. I've never heard of it. It's strange.
It's not an active field now.
No, it's not misuse, I think.
No, it's I think they do some sort of driving school thing there. No, it's the history of the place is astounding. The more I dug, the more impressed I got. And I did scenery placement in the village. You can get out and walk around in 24, and you feel like you're back in 1942. We've got Jeeps and follow me cars and ambulances and you name it, it's out there.
And where do we get this scenery?
It's on Flightsim.to. There's a 2020 version of it out there now, but I've reworked it in 24. The developer name is Two Dogs Designs with a Z. We're also working on Vela La Vela as well, so if you like Corsairs, that one would be a fun one to grab. I'm not as far along with that one. I've still got some scenery rework to do because of what they've done to us in 24. And Brian has been working on Muscle Shoals, so It's a regional airport in Alabama, and he's done an incredible job on it. So if you don't have that one yet, go download it in 2020. But he's added some cool stuff to it, some animated hangar doors for one.
Just overflying Cranfield and doing the left circuit.
Isn't Coffee Break, is it? Is the next one?
Yeah, Southend is the coffee break.
Southend or Southend?
Southend.
Southend, isn't it?
Not with a TH, with an F.
Southend.
Well, my wife asked me earlier. We've got a week booked off work in July, and my daughter will have done her exams and whatnot by then. So we booked a week off, but we hadn't planned anywhere to go. So she goes, "Oh, like we really must look for a holiday." And my daughter said, "Oh, can we go camping?" So yeah, not a problem. So I was having a stroll earlier, and I don't drive. I'm on my bike all the time, so I don't drive at all. So my wife has to drive the car. So I wasn't looking for anywhere too far away. So I thought, well, there's a campsite at the far west side of Dorset. And it's Branscombe Airfield campsite, and we're going there, and it's got an airfield on site. It's a private airfield, but you can go and have a look at the planes and such like. So I thought, well, I'm happy.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Well, that's really cunning, though, is you get the wife to drive you there and you have fun. Wow.
I know, it's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Win-win.
Yeah, I go, oh, there's Branscombe campsite, and my daughter was laughing because she could see it on the phone. She goes, what's that other word? I go, what other word?
My wife and I just disposed of our caravan and the truck that I had to pull it, so I had to go and buy something else. We both drive, and I'm afraid I could not stand the prospect of having my wings clipped, because she shoots off in the car and leaves me stranded. So I went and bought another one. I bought a little pocket rocket Toyota hybrid. The little Beetle, little tiny thing, but boy does it go.
Is that the Wago?
No, it's a thing called an Aqua, or it's a Prius C. It's called a Prius C. Very popular in the States, I believe, so they say.
Anything Prius is popular in the States, isn't it? They love their Prius.
So my OBS turned on when I was trying to find it. I just want to turn it off.
Runway I'm using at Cranfield.
2-1.
Okay.
Let's slow down a bit. I seem to be way ahead of everyone.
Yeah, I've just done the touch and go at Cranfield. So,
Remind me, Cranfield.
It's a college.
Yeah.
Flight training, aeronautics, medicine, the lot.
Yeah, I did a few months there. It was very interesting.
so mine's suggesting for Southend, runway 05.
Roger that.
Which, if you want it, is 111.35.
Thank you.
Oh, so you're in the Spitfire tonight, Brian?
Yeah, did you hear me go by?
I'd like to say yes, but the 4 engines in my ears are a little bit noisy.
Yeah. I finally got it going. After that, I guess the last time I've been at 20 is probably the last group club. And it turned on all the easy flight and stuff. I couldn't figure out why the throttle was messed up. I guess that was part of it. Somehow it reset all my settings at 20.
I'd managed to go to Carnarvon last week. There was a chance because they've got those, all the auto gyros they have on 2024. You can go up with one of those from Carl. That would have been quite tempting.
Cool.
Would you like to do the map loop?
Very good.
Well, apparently you can fly it if you check there's activities going on and you keep to a certain height and there's a certain radio frequency you're supposed to tune into.
I imagine it's okay to do it at the weekends when the RAF are all tucked
Yeah, he
up.
does say that. That's your best time is the weekends.
I wouldn't try it in the week, just in case.
I was going to say, you wouldn't want to be tootling around and then have a couple of F-15s or Lightning go past you.
That's our coffee stop, Peter.
Southend.
Next one.
All right.
Another 56 miles to go.
Yeah, we dropped into Rosteiger on the last one day, Thursday. And then I walked down to the beach just with the dogs while my wife was shopping. And you can see straight across the day is RAF that was straight across in front of us. Just across the water. To get quite a good view of yourself on the beach there. And then going up.
Did you make it to Triada Bay, Cliff?
Not this time, no. I was in the middle of it because some of the days were pretty rainy, so it started off very warm and ended quite warm, but in the middle it was quite showery. So the weather broke for her, which is a shame. Usually fall quite lucky, but not this time.
05 at Southend.
Yeah, the south coast is pretty grey and hot today.
In a bit down here. Few dark clouds around.
05 is 111.35.
Southend is sort of home from home for me, so I did my instrument training a few years ago. Did the ILS at Southend dozens and dozens of times.
Tail Neil.
Sorry, say again.
You get tired of me being on your tail?
No, sorry, I just jumped into the main menu to change one of the key bindings.
That was about 100 feet off your tail, and then all of a sudden you hit the brakes and went flying by me.
Just call me Mav.
Yeah, the Tornado, do you need the back seat? Do you need the co-pilot position? Because I haven't mapped that to anything yet. I couldn't find it in the manual properly.
You can do nav stuff there, but if you're just flying around, no, you don't need anything in the back.
Yeah, even without it, I managed to get to follow a flight plan, so just do I need it?
Yeah, you can go in there and you can switch various things. You can load stuff in the back there, but and there's various functionality, but you don't actually need it.
And he's got the flask.
passing by North Wheel, our starboard side here. It's another nice old historic World War II airfield.
Switch my time back to something, and sunset, a beautiful sunset below the clouds. .2007 local, 1907 UTC. It's beautiful.
The sun's behind us, so it's reflecting in the clouds, is it?
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's gone below the cloud line, so you've got this gorgeous orange sun below the sort of dark clouds. Sunsets so far.
Why not?
Blow up the engine in the caravan.
No, that was the car towing it.
Yeah, I know he did it in the Kodiak a few times. I just couldn't remember whether the engine in the caravan or the black square version was sensitive or not.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I've kept myself in the greens. I keep a good eye on it, but I was just wondering, just in case.
Setting in the radar screen, you have a look and tell us what your engine condition will be. And if you leave it on max power for too long, it don't last long. You can fix it in flight. You just push that button on the screen and it compares the engine.
What setting on the radar? Do you remember?
It's the last one. Keep rotating it round. I can't remember what it's called now.
No. Second to one on top.
Put it on a nav selection, the knob top right of this Bendix screen, and then you'll see there's an engine condition bar comes up. I've done something, I'm sitting at 98%.
Oh yeah, see, I'm at 47%. I think I'll repair the engine. Just better back to 100%. Thanks for that.
I've got to use it a lot of times.
Sorry, did he say 05 Southend?
Yes, I think it was. At the Thames end.
Roger that. Thank you.
That was a technical term, that, the Thames end.
I thought so.
almost to our coffee break stop. So we'll pause recording for that, and then we'll resume recording once we take off again for our trip across the channel.
Those clouds are something else.
Torn between clouds looking better in 20 or 24. Kind of lean towards, I think they're looking better in 20 personally. What's everyone else saying?
Yesterday, the shadows, the high clouds shadowing on the low clouds and shadowing onto the ground, and each sheet of clouds look fantastic.
Sometimes they look better in 24, but yeah, they are still very good in 22.
I've overdone some of the world-ending apocalyptic black ones at times.
It does look nice seeing the Hercules go past you. Just seeing that shape.
It's a beautiful aircraft, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. It's one of those aircraft that you instantly like.
I wouldn't disagree with you. Yeah, it's a proper aircraft.
It's like an old friend, isn't it, that you haven't seen for ages.
Yeah, it's like a big old dog. Sort of like the Gannet, which is sort of ugly old thing, but it's a lovable old thing.
Wear mine every day. I bought a bit of memorabilia. They produced a cap to celebrate the 60 years of service. I proudly wear it around, seeing I was there on day one to the end.
Good for you, Ellis. Nice one.
Yeah, spot on.
The only thing I said, they ripped us off. $30 for a cap. Anyway, I suppose it went to the Joe Fund. They sold them all, by the way, what we had left, the 4 of them. Canadian firefighting companies bought them.
Oh, so they're doing tanker duty now then?
They will be, yeah. I don't know when they're coming to take them away, but it can't be too far away. It didn't take them long to quit them. Mind you, they're pretty good nick.
Yeah, the TBM was refusing to catch the guys there at the time and just kept going past. I don't know why. They didn't approach me, so
Were you above the glide slope, possibly?
no, it was below it. And then it came, the green diamond came down and just sailed on past. It was in the GS, it said white GS. I couldn't see it. No. I did it manually.
Oh.
Your joke got cheated up.
Clearing runway.
What runway are we using?
05.
Thank you.
That's weird, I put my gear down.
Do you want the ILS?
Thank you.
117.5.
That'll put you in Stuttgart.
Yeah, I would go for 111 decimal 35.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, I put the wrong one.
And that was today's deliberate mistake, folks. I was ages away, but I can see the Thames in the distance now. I think when we get to Southend, it'll just be grab a quick cup of tea or coffee and up in the air again.
Dave, I've just come up to the other end of the runway. And of course, we're going to have to go all the way back down to 05 again.
Are you talking to me?
I was.
No, you're heading on the way down towards the right end.
I was expecting to hear Dave. I'm frightened, Dave.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Dave's not here.
I've been in the bay doors now.
No, you just have to go into the chorus of Daisy, Daisy.
First tune ever played on a computer, that was, and that's why they used it in the film.
What, Daisy?
Daisy Daisy, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Another one of those useless bits of knowledge that's stuck in my brain.
I suppose it wasn't too many notes for the computer to play, was it?
No. But you know about...
I thought it would have been the Windows startup tune. Surely that
And
came.
yeah. And you know about HAL being one letter transposed from IBM?
Yeah, knew that one.
I captured the localizer. Got it this time. Below the glide slope.
Yeah, I'm picking up the localizer now. Helps when you use the right frequency, doesn't it?
And the right altitude.
Yeah. It's getting a bit murky, isn't it?
Just a little bit down here. Isn't it? Remember to switch to approach mode. Glide slope now. Flaps 1. Leading off some speed.
Gear down on long final.
Not as long as I am. I'm on short final. Piggy in the middle. I've got the Pilot Plus scenery for Southend. It's a nice rendition of a Vulcan bomber at this end of the runway. Sorry, Joe, just about to look underneath you there.
Yeah, I heard you coming.
Sorry about that.
All good. Going around.
Think I'll pull up over there and get in front of you, no problem. I'll sit here at the end of the runway and wait. I think it's a short stop for today.
Yes, it's today. We're the 2.8's not as fast as I thought it was. I seem to be getting that. I should have stuck with the P180.
Runway clear.
Nice flight anyway.
Turning in behind you, Dave, on final.
I'm watching you, Joe.
I'm on finals.
But yeah, just drop those, unzip it and drop the 3 add-ons into the community file. You should get more ways you can actually touch and go.
C-130. Joe Cool 63.
Yeah, I'm sporting those 50-year colors from your homeland. It must be all those sitcoms.
So the May 7th flight is at the 98 flight. Right down the north. Do we need to test the formation flight?
Not really. The way we do it, you'd never think we had.
Well, I didn't want to be spoiling it.
Hey Peter, I just dived in the filing cabinet. You forgot to remind us to bring the passports.
Of course, yes. We're not part of Europe anymore, are we?
You haven't got 3 exits anymore.
No, I mean they're getting a bit fussy with us. If we talk quietly, they won't hear we're coming. And Mercedes only went.
Ostend in the middle of your Florida.
Let's wait away from the politics, folks.
Their fingerprints.
Sorry, Joe.
Hey?
That probably can be classified as such. My apologies.
It's what the English ones with onto Q.
Sorry, yes, yeah, they're fingerprinting everyone as they come in, so they can identify you going in and going out.
I just got that one day.
Yeah, just going back to the E-Day flight. I'm going to do another practice run on Thursday this week if you're interested, Cliff.
I'm about to leave the coast.
What do people tend to end up flying mostly?
Yes.
Spitfires,
Yeah.
All sorts, to be fair, anything really, yeah.
Hellcat. Yeah. It's been
Oh,
probably
mate.
sort of...
I take to lightning.
Birds.
What time on Thursday, then?
Usual time, 8 PM local UK. That's it with UTC. This coming Thursday will be 2024. We've dubbed in for 2024's release, Joe. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I need to get that off the SNI for you. Just keep in mind that unfortunately some of the folks on the Xbox will have to alternate, I guess, to Duxford. Yeah, couldn't get it out of my head.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just leave Debden for another day then. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
Oh, I'd love for people to download it and check it out.
The other thing I'd say is, with walking around with flight plans, we've arrived at 3.1 final. If you look on the invitations chat, that's the flight plan we'll be using for the 2 flights.
See, Little Navmap's just released an update. Decimal 17 to download.
Yeah, it was today or yesterday. I put it in earlier.
I haven't done it yet. I'll get it afterwards.
I chucked it in just before coming in there, so I was a little bit late getting on. The good news is it's stable, it's not one of the candidates, whatever you call it.
Just a curiosity, though I don't know if anybody else is around. When downloading the shared flight plan, it brings up the flight planner and it doesn't have any flights on it. But then if we go back to Discord and click on it again, it reloads the flight plan, but with the flight plan details coming up the second time round. loading Eclipse flight plan in with the Microsoft flight plan. And I clicked on his link to download it, and it went straight to the Microsoft flight plan software, except that it didn't have the flight plan up. So I went back to Discord again, and I re-clicked on the link again, and it downloaded a new window with the flight plan on, but this time it came up with the flight plan. And
the first time you loaded it, did it ask you to log into the flight planner again?
No, it had me in. It did this afternoon when I was checking something else out. I don't know why, it just did it, I had to do it twice. And it brought up a new window, but this time with the flight plan on, or with the box saying, do you want the flight plan?
You're talking about the online one?
That's right, yes.
Yeah, I think I've run into that before. It's like it didn't log you in the first time.
Yeah, I've noticed sometimes it only holds your login for a certain amount of time. So if you do the initial load, they should log in. Gives it a kick into action, but doesn't load the flight plan. Then you go back and it's there. But yeah, I don't know why. If it hasn't asked you to log in again, then yeah, don't know.
Oh, well, this is happening to other people. It's not just striking me.
There, maps is 06 at Dunkirk. Delta Charlie.
Hey, firm.
Murky out there too. Don't see much at the moment.
Well over the show in a huge bank of nasty looking cloud and a run 12 o'clock.
It's like a sea fog.
It is. I'm just up below the clouds and getting more of it.
I'm only at 2,000 feet.
Mind you, those clouds are quite impressive.
Just looks like a very low sea fog.
It does, doesn't it?
Thought it's supposed to be summer over there.
It's nice.
Weather was nice earlier on.
This
Points
is
out.
nice and calm.
You've had a grossy few days down there.
Well, I think it would prefer to be on
Out its
the water.
colour.
And I'm sure there's more ships there than are admitting to be in there.
I thought ships.
Oh, straight up onto starboard. 90 degrees.
You still with us, Neil?
I am, yeah.
Well, during the break, I had a look, and I've got an excess of Xbox reward points.
Oh,
So-
oh,
I might, given that everybody is raving about it.
Oh.
I might take the plunge.
It's coming. Going to, are you?
I might take the plunge.
Oh.
Well, you keep banging on about it. If I do it this way, if I do it this way, I'm not spending any money.
There's your out.
Get the E or the H.
Say that again.
Get the E or the H.
My mission in life is complete.
Well, the H is twice the price, isn't it?
Got a question about this aircraft by any chance?
I tell you what, I wish I was.
Welcome to the dark side, Womble.
How do you spend those reward points? I've got a crap load of them.
Oh, just if you go onto the Xbox Rewards website, you can trade them in. You can trade them in and get store credit.
Ah, sweet. I'll do that. Thanks.
Looking at the time, I think we'll end the flight at Ostend. Because there's 60 miles after that to get to Antwerp.
Good job. I've got all day, Peter.
If you want to go on to Antwerp, you're welcome to. But if anybody wants to finish the flight at Ostend, then they're more than welcome to.
So I looked another graph a few weeks ago. I give it to go. One of these year ones didn't work out too expensive. So I give it to go. It's quite amazing to be able to pull up a chart in the plane on your F and your G3000 to check the runway heading.
Yeah, it's very good, isn't it?
Very clever. Yeah. It's the first time I've actually used it in the sim so far.
This is a challenge, guys. It's pretty foggy over here. And I'm still on live with it.
I think it's time, Ellis, for lines drawn on maps.
It is. I've already done that, Peter. You're going to guide me in. It's as good as nearly as good as IL is.
We've put up the OBS, so much about looking at the runway heading.
I'm still reeling from Womble.
I still haven't done it. I'm just saying, I'm considering it.
We should contact Captain Seal and let him know.
Oh, he gave us hope and then he took it away.
I did buy the pylons add-on, and it's surprising how much it changes.
Really?
It changes low-level flight.
Yeah, I've still got the free one from yonks ago, and that still works quite well.
I had it, but it doesn't seem to have wires, it just the pylons. Maybe it just shapes the pylons, doesn't it? Literally.
Oh no, I've got wires.
Yeah, I've got wires on mine for
Yeah,
the free
that's
one
the-
still.
Yeah, but there's one in that you can buy now, isn't there? Whereas we got the wires one, or crikey, a year plus ago.
Yeah.
I love DFR, is it? That one?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's additional ones out. There was a separate wires one as well.
In
It was taken
2020.
off the .to about a year or so ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've had it for yonks.
Yeah. Still working. It works in 24 as well.
Yeah, I've noticed in some of 24 that there's the pylons but no wires.
What's in the runway?
Oh, I'm on extremely short finals.
Yeah, I can see it.
I spy Womble's new aircraft. Hello, Neil.
I can just about make out the runway now.
And Womble, if you take taxiway Charlie 130 Hotel.
Already on the final.
So why are you saying the H over the others then?
Well, I just think because you haven't got this. A J is not a J. It is not a J cockpit, so you you're basically getting an E or an H cockpit. So if you want realism, E or J, E or an H.
You got 6 propellers.
Well, if I wanted realism, I wouldn't be buying a Captain Sim aircraft.
You haven't tried it yet. You haven't tried it yet.
Oh, don't hold back. Tell us what you really think.
I tell you what, having worked on those birds for over 7 years, Sim's done a bloody good job.
Has he really?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, old.
On the other hand, Womble, if we really wanted realism, we'd be flying in DCS.
Yeah, there is that. Not an Xbox.
Bearing in mind that, just remembering that you're on Xbox, aren't you? So I would have said the H over the E, only for the fact that you can get a lot of liveries on .to, but obviously you can't, can you?
No.
I think the E has more functionality. I don't know if it does in the Xbox. Drop flares.
In the H, even the generator control panel functions correctly. I was an electrician, and I'll tell you what, it works just like it does on the real thing. You know, you lose the generator and it all works.
If you dump enough flares out of the 130, you get that angel pattern that you've seen pictures of.
You can do that in the Transall, can't you?
Yeah. It's a good one too.
Yeah, Transall is good.
Love the Transall.
And it's in 24 as well, which is nice.
Yeah, I finally saw that this week, yeah. I've not had a chance to take it out yet. I toyed with bringing it out tonight, but I was short of time.
The drawback with the Transall is it's not as fast as the C-130, so if you lot are flying C-130s, I can't keep up on the Transall.
Yes, as I discovered when we did the Lake District loop. Then everything went wrong engine-wise.
So 08111.55.
That Ostend.
Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta get out of here.
Eddie, you have a good one.
Take care, Eddie.
You too.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, thanks,
Good
guys.
night, Eddie.
Yeah,
Eddie.
Yeah.
See you at night, though. The name, shall I say?
I'm getting good connection logs all the way through this flight. Is it just me or is it everybody else?
Oh, it's probably a C.
Me too.
Probably a C-130 issue.
Yeah, I was saying to see what they Captain Sim packing your device.
Oh,
Good to hear, lads.
okay, Neil, you've convinced me not to do it.
Oh no, I take it all back.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues with the 130 today, Neil. It's been fine.
I'll send you that fiver in the post.
Cool beans.
Dollars.
Dollars.
Have you got the J, Neil?
Yeah, H and J I have, yeah.
I called the J after it came out. I wonder if it's actually faster.
Yeah, it is faster and it's more powerful and carries more payload. It's longer.
Well, I meant in the Sim. I guess it is, because if they left the cockpit the same, that would be the point, right? They didn't fix the rest of it.
No, probably.
So what we need to do is race them.
I would imagine they're all the same because we all set the same torque settings and things, don't we? We fly the same speed.
Mastered that,
Yeah,
I would
I
hope
mean,
that would be different. The model should be different.
You say the Joe doesn't show.
at
The
the
Joe
risk-
doesn't show the torque. Did you say?
As we said earlier, we are talking Captain Sim here.
yeah, I was just going to say that at the risk of playing into Womble's hands, we are talking Captain Sim.
I
I think the difference is the external model that's here, I think.
You think so?
Yeah,
For Captain Sim, he's done pretty remarkable on the C-130.
he certainly recouped himself in his first C-130 anyway. Or
Yeah,
half of the C-130, shall we say.
I would definitely agree with that, yeah. But, yeah, it needed some pretty serious repairing, didn't it?
I have to say, in his defence, it's almost sticking in my throat. No, Nemeth Designs aren't exactly renowned for their aircraft, are they? I've got one of theirs. I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. I've got one of those, and it's absolutely brilliant. All the others are terrible. So, I mean, it is possible.
Well, Jonathan rated it pretty highly. He thought it was
Yeah.
good. And I value his opinion. That opinion, along with my own experience with the aircraft, and I think he did a very good job.
Well,
It's also the thing for the bug too, right?
that's the other thing. I mean, you know more about it than the rest of us do. In fairness, I mean, not disrespecting anybody else, but you've been there, done that.
You climbed all over them, yeah. And went flying in it a hang of a lot. It's part of my job. I was an electrician and I was responsible for all the calibration of the prop synchrophasing system and that sort of thing. So that all had to be done in flight. So basically every time we did an engine change, I went flying. Or a prop change for that matter. Change one prop, go for a test flight.
So go on, and how many engines did you change that didn't actually need changing?
Well, of course, there were scheduled replacements, for servicing requirements. Our aircraft, being a small air force, very small, and only having a few aircraft, I can remember when Lockheed came down. This would have been in the late 60s. They came down to do X-ray on the main spars of our H models. They were the newest, but they also had some of the highest hours of any C-130 in the world because we're so far away and we flew so far away. And we were part of the original investigation prior to the instigation of the main spar mods on the C-130s.
Are you going straight in, Neil?
No, I'm going to do a military spin round at the end of the runway. I'm going a bit quick here.
How many of the Hercules did the New Zealand Air Force have, Ellis?
Only had five.
That's what you mean,
I've
so
only
they
got
got a
five.
lot of hours.
Oh, heaps. But they're flying up to Afghanistan all the time, through to the UK all the time. Phenomenal number of hours. Over to America. Weekly. They were flying at one stage weekly to the UK.
Wow.
Neil, are you going to break left?
Roger that, yeah.
Are we ending here, everyone?
Yes,
I know when I went to Marietta to pick up 04 and 05, it was a 1, 2, 3, 4 legs to get home. So, stop in
Coming up Marietta, Georgia.
stop in Marietta I went to the factory there. That was an eye opener. They were building the Galaxies at the time as well. That was before they started building the J models. I don't know when they started building them. Been going for quite a while. Fascinating place.
Neil, I am gear down, flaps 2. And I'm about 2,500 feet behind you.
What runway are we using at Ostend, guys? You going straight in or are you going to do it properly?
Straight in.
Straight in.
Yeah, 06.
Yep, ILS is 111.55. You're now 35 miles.
Under the outside.
Peel in behind Womble.
Roger.
Just don't run over me.
Twice.
Flaps left in.
Spin in front of me. Yep, that's me. Break it left.
I'm going to be braking left over the top of Phil.
Oh, the trim's broken.
Frank, you got transmitter on?
Yes, sir.
You have.
I'm on finals now.
You have. But I can't
Yeah,
see you in
he's-
the sim.
Alice, if you can see me, he's just behind me.
Yeah, I can see him.
Get in behind you, Richard.
You, Peter, but I can't see Frank in the sim. I can see him in the on little nav map.
Just at your port side.
I can see where you are, Frank. Can't see you in the sim.
I have the C208 as well.
You're above and behind me. It's all right.
Right on your tail, Womble.
Roger that.
Clear.
I can't see the runway. There's too many name tags. I'm on the glide slope.
Sorry, buddy.
It's alright.
You were jerking backwards and forwards.
Peter's diving in front of me.
130, number 2, clear.
Well, you got master down there on the right as you come in.
Runway clear. This is a great aircraft.
The C-130.
No.
Yes,
no.
indeed it is.
P1A.
This infomercial brought to you by.
See, if you think the 130 is good, if you think the 130 is good, then mine must be even better because mine's 50 better. Mine's 50 more. That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, my amp goes to 11. Yours only goes to 10.
Still trying to get my Bravo quadrant configured for the C-130. You know, the autopilot enunciator panel doesn't work. Yeah, it's frustrating.
It's hard work. It took me ages.
Finally figured out how
Did
to
you get it all
spam.
working? Did you get it all working all right, Peter?
Still, I've got the autopilot working fine on it. Yeah.
With the Bravo quadrant,
Yeah.
what did you have to do? Rebind all the buttons?
Absolutely every single one. And you bind the switches before you do anything else.
The problem I had was that they didn't standardize the names of the variables, which made it really hard to do in spam next.
All right, here we go. The end of another group flight. Like and subscribe. We'd love to have you along. Group flights on the regular on Virtual Flight Online's Discord.
I'll park there, Dave.
Yeah, I will cut it here, Peter.
I'll park next to that ugly thing on the right.
I must find the time and go back and get my beloved C-130 working properly.
And I'm going to leave it here.
How do you set up the throttles and the
Until next
everything
time.
on the
Cheers, y'all.
on the Bravo, Alice?